Hi guys, Coach Cyril here, Strong Together Fitness, and I want to talk about something that I think is super important, and that is your breathing and focusing on the moment in your life, what's going on right now, not what happened yesterday, not what's happening in 10 minutes, what's going on right now. We have used this technique every class that we've had at Strong Together, at Country Spirit CrossFit, since the day we opened, over 6 years ago. First thing we do in class is we focus on our breath. For 10 seconds, 20 seconds. A lot of our coaches say, let's do this for 30 seconds. We hardly ever do it for 30 seconds, so I don't know why we keep saying that. It'd be great if we did it for 30 seconds, but it forces people to come in and hopefully focus on what they're going to be doing in class for the next hour. And it exercises your mind as well as our exercising of our bodies. It trains your mind, if you're doing it correctly, if you're really serious about it, it trains your mind to focus on what you want it to focus on and what you can control and not what it wants to focus on. If you let your mind focus on what it wants to focus on, it's going to always focus on what's easy and how to survive, fight or flight. Okay, oh my God, I got bills to pay. Oh my God, what are the kids doing? Oh my God, this happened at work, blah, blah, blah. By focusing on your breath, you can clear all that out and focus on what you can control. That's why we do it. Every research thing I've done, I read a lot of self-help things because Lord knows I need it for years and years and years. And all of them always come back to having a practice of being able to focus on your breath and focus on what you're doing in the present moment. I'm currently reading a book called Resilient by Eric Greitens. He's an ex-Navy SEAL. I've read a couple of his books. They're self-help books. They're very motivating, I think, and very useful. And I want to read some sections of this book where he talks about breathing. So don't just take my word for it. Take the expert's word for it. And this is really important. He says, to be resilient, you have to learn how to exercise control over what you can control. And one of the things, maybe the only thing we can control, is our breath, because we have to do it to live, right? Some experts like to pretend that they have some kind of special, even sacred knowledge. This is one of the reasons why doctors will prescribe antipsychotic medications, antidepressant medications, anti-anxiety medications, and psychotherapy regimes, but they won't insist that their patients engage in simple, vigorous, regular exercise and good nutrition habits. Amen, brother. You're singing my tune. Nothing pisses me off more than when I hear about doctors just prescribing medications and pills to solve things, and they don't prescribe vigorous exercise. It has to be vigorous. Some exercise is better than nothing, but it needs to be vigorous to do anything. That's why our program works. And good nutrition and good rest. Why don't we start with those things? And once your clients can do that, then if that doesn't work, let's prescribe the drugs. But we flip it around because we all want a pill, and it's not just the doctor's fault, because that's what their clients want. Give me a pill. Exercise is too hard. Eating right is too hard. Getting enough sleep is too hard. We're addicted to caffeine and alcohol. No wonder no one can sleep. Okay? And that screws up everything else. Sorry. It's a pet peeve of mine. And he says it here, so it must not just be me. Of course, people who will not make the effort to control how they breathe have little hope in taking control of larger things. If you won't exercise enough discipline to slightly alter just once in a while the thing that you do thousands of times a day, then you will not have the discipline to change the course of your life. When we do our breathing exercise before every class, most of the time I'm doing it as well to set an example for our clients. Why should they do it if I don't do it? And it puts me in the right frame of mind no matter what kind of day I'm having, because I do a lot more and have a lot more going on, like you all do, than just coaching. I wish I could just coach. My life would be a lot less stressful and awesome. But I have a lot of other things to do which stressed me out. And I need to come back when I coach because our clients deserve me to be 100% present, not focusing on other crap, so I can bring my best coaching to them because that's what they're paying us for. And I do my best to do that. Am I perfect at it? No. But the breathing exercise helps me focus on, okay, Cyril, you're here to coach these clients. Forget about the other crap that you're worrying about and give them your best. That's what focusing on my breath before we have class does. And one of the things which disappoints me is and once in a while I don't do that and I scan surreptitiously what clients are doing because I wonder like who's taking this seriously. And I can tell you that the clients that are the calmest, that get the best results, that aren't as neurotic, are the clients that are doing the practice. They're just standing there. Maybe their eyes are closed. They're focusing on their breath. The clients that are standing around, bouncing around, looking at their watches, their Apple Watches, basically their phone on their wrist, you know, you're in here to focus on working out. That's what you're paying us for. But you're checking your Apple Watch on every little text that's coming through. You know, put that shit away. If you're not a first responder or a surgeon or a nurse that's on call, you know, and you need your work depends, someone's life depends on you being able to get to them and know that they're trying to contact you. Take 1 hour out of your day and disconnect, for crying out loud. We're also connected and disengaged because we're constantly somewhere else. When you're checking that text on your watch, you're not here. You're not focusing on what you're doing. Don't give me any of this crap about being able to multitask. Multitasking is bullshit. All multitasking means you're doing several things like crap instead of one thing well. You can't do multiple things to the best of your ability because you're spreading yourself too thin. You can only do one thing well, okay? And so that's one of the things that I wish people would really take this seriously because it's just benefiting you. I mean, and if you're not doing it, you're missing a huge opportunity to live a better life. But when you do learn to control your breathing, you will have gained experience in how to control what you can control. If you do learn to bring awareness to how you breathe, you are likely to bring awareness to how you live. So it's not about, you know, when you tell people, hey, you should meditate, you should focus on your breath. I can't sit still. My mind, there's just too many things. Then that's exactly what you should be doing. It's not the fact that you can't sit and think and clear your mind for 5 minutes or 10. No one can. It's the exercise of disengaging from your thoughts and realizing, I'm supposed to be focusing on my breath. 1 breath, 2 breaths. Okay, then another thought comes in. What are the kids doing? What's for dinner? I'm supposed to be Those are the reps you're doing. That's you controlling your thoughts. And what could be more important than you being able to control your thoughts? You know, I mean, how powerful is that? So don't think because you can't think of nothing for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 30 seconds or 10 seconds. That's not the point. It's realizing that you're not and realizing that you're supposed to be focusing on your breath and coming back to that. Whether it's 10 times or 50 times or 100 times. I try and meditate every morning for 17 minutes and I'm thinking about a million things in that time. And a lot of times it helps me deal with some of the things I'm going through better. But I'm also constantly trying to remember, I'm supposed to be meditating. I'm supposed to be focusing on my breath, not all this other crap. So I get those thoughts in there, but I don't care. It's the process. It's just like weightlifting, okay? We tell our clients, you're going to miss more lifts than you're going to be successful at. That's why you got to do a lot of lifts so that you can have more success because you're going to miss more and be unsuccessful at more lift attempts than the successful ones. Meditating is no different. You're going to think about a million things more than you're going to be just thinking of nothing. Okay, but it's the reps, just like weightlifting. It's the reps that get you better. Lastly, sleep matters, exercise matters, what you eat matters. If we could all focus on that, maximizing our sleep, which breathing helps us do, try doing that for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes before you go to bed, you're going to sleep a million times better. Don't drink so much caffeine. Don't drink so much alcohol. It's screwing your sleep up. Sleep matters. Vigorous exercise matters. What you eat matters. Thank you, and keep training hard.